Hi everybody, David here again. And today I'm not going to be doing a video about singing at the moment. I may do one later, but right now I'm just posting this video saying that I have actually started working out a lot more than I have been. And this whole corona thing has gotten a lot of people down about not being able to go to certain places and stuff. But I can tell you from experience, I'm using this protein powder. It's phase 8 protein, and it's this one. You use it once before or once after your workout, once in between major meals, so like once in between lunch and dinner, and then once before you go to bed. And I've been using it for about a half a week now, and I can already tell a difference. Like my energy levels are up higher. I'm not tired as much as I normally am, or as I used to be. Um, I don't feel I don't feel like I'm overweight anymore, even though I am. I already know I am, but it doesn't feel like it after using this protein powder. Um, and doing my workouts. And also, it recommends that you drink anywhere from 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. And I've raised my drinking water up a lot. Um, I'm not drinking sodas anymore. I know that that was one of my main issues was I drank a lot of soda back a couple of years ago. I was working at a Sonic there in Lubbock, and there were several times where I would start my shift, and then by the time that I get off shift, it could be even a 6 hour shift, which isn't very much for Sonic. Um, I would be done with about four Route 44 Dr. Peppers, and that's not healthy for anybody to consume that much of any soda. Um, so I've actually completely cut sodas out of my diet. I haven't had a soda in probably 2 or 3 weeks. It's it's one of those times where I got tired of looking in the mirror and seeing what I saw. So I decided there's no more excuses. There's no reason for me to make excuses. So I might as well just do something about it. So, yes, I have been working out a lot more. I've found a workout buddy that in this very lounge, we actually come in here and we work out together. And we don't have any equipment. We just use what we have in here. Um, and it is hard at times to get out of bed, but it's mind over matter. It's one of those things where, yeah, you may be too tired to do it, but you need to do it anyways because you need to do that for yourself. You need to be able to motivate yourself before others have to motivate you for you, if that makes any sense. Um, we we here at South Plains, we don't get a lot of things to do here because of the fact that there's not that many people that are actually still living in these dorms. Um, but you make do with what you have. Don't be don't take anything for granted. Um, it's one of those things where I I personally I used to look a lot better physically than I do. I actually used to have so much less weight on my belly, on my chest. Like, I didn't look like I do. I used to have a lot, I used to weigh probably about 100 pounds less than I do now. And I was so proud of that. I was getting in the weight room with my football buddies. We would work out. We would max ourselves out. Like we would get in there and we would try, we would push each other to the best that we could. And we would do it without hesitation. But then one day I just stopped going to the gyms. I stopped going to do really anything. I would just sit back and do nothing rather than get out into the world and heck, even just go for a walk. it was it was very hard for me to do. Um, there were several times where I honestly, here at South Plains, I didn't feel like getting up and going to work out. So what did I do? I stayed in bed and I slept, which was not the best idea. It's, how do I word this? It's hard for someone to start and keep going if you've already started and you stopped. It's a lot harder to start up again if you're not motivated. And there's been times here at South Plains where I wasn't motivated. So I just didn't do anything. And I guess what I'm trying to say is through everything that we're doing, even through this coronavirus, even when the coronavirus wasn't here, we need to be there for each other. We need to, in most cases, we need to find that workout buddy. We need to find that one person that is willing to stick to it with you. And you don't have to do that. You can find that workout buddy within yourself. You can find that one person inside you that's going to help you to achieve what you want to achieve. And no, that doesn't always mean working out. That could just mean getting your work done, doing what you said you were going to do, and then you got 2 days left to do it, and you still wait until the very last minute. Do what you have to do in order to make yourself better. And there are times where you will struggle. I know that from experience. And there's also times where you won't feel like doing something and you'll just blow it off for that day. Well, if you do that, then the next day you need to work extra hard. And I honestly, I feel like anybody can do anything. Just put your mind to it. Make yourself make you. Because if you're not going to make yourself do it, then who will? And I don't know any of y'all's stories, and it's not really one of those things where I'm telling you, oh, you have to do this. It's one of those things where you have to do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. If you're sitting here, your friends are all watching TV or something, encourage them. Be like, hey, let's do a little bit of exercise while we're watching this movie or watching this TV show. Or if you need to get homework done, be like, hey, after this episode, why don't we stop and study for a little while? find it inside of yourself to help others as well as helping yourself, because you never know what life's going to throw at you next. I personally have had multiple scares, and I never went to the doctor for them, but I was having severe chest pains, and I didn't go to the doctor because I'm stubborn, but I was able to get through them with the help of my friends helping me to stop drinking sodas, to drink a whole lot more water, and to really just give up sweets in general. I went through this refrigerator that we have in this lobby one day, and I just opened it up just to look and see what we had in there. And I had a lot of stuff in there that I really should not have had in there, which in the freezer was a whole bunch of ice cream and popsicles. And in the fridge, I had all sorts of carbs. And if you're one that loves sweets, that's fine. But you don't need to be eating sweets every day. And you don't need to be eating all the carbs all the time. Especially if you do what I do, or do what I did, and used to sit on the far couch over there, watching the TV, eating your meal, and then you would stay there for the rest of the day. You wouldn't get up, you wouldn't do anything to improve yourself or to help yourself. It's really scary when all of a sudden you're by yourself, every one of your friends has already gone to bed, and it feels like there's acid coming up your esophagus. It's a really scary feeling. Now, in my case, I was able to pop in a couple of Tums and drink a bottle of water, and it went away for the night. But that was my wake-up call. That was my way of saying, okay, if you don't stop what you're doing, you are going to kill yourself. And you have way too much to live for to just throw it all away. And it's hard if you don't have those friends that will stick by you all the time. I have personal experience with that too, because there will be that one workout buddy that you have that y'all were supposed to, or that you were supposed to go work out with, and they were gonna help you out, they were gonna come with you, and all of a sudden they stopped coming. And for a while I would go by myself, but then I lost the motivation in myself, so I stopped going. And then the weight just kept coming. And it's hard to think about when your own family is worried about you, because you have gained so much weight that it's just scary. It's one thing to look in the mirror and not like what you see. It's another to look in the mirror and realize that if you keep it up, you will die. I'm going to keep up with the exercising because I know I need to, but I need some motivation as well. And that's why I'm doing this video, is because I feel like if I keep doing videos, if I even if it's just a 2-minute video or 20-second video saying, here I am and it's time to work out, it's one of those things that it'll keep me motivated enough to at least stick with it. Because I know I need to. And hopefully I can, and I won't back out. So anybody can do it if you put your mind to it. Thank you.